Now, y'all got to get ready for these doctors when they speak, because it's unbelievable.
Do you swear that
you have to watch this in its entirety and hear what these people have to say.
The whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
The second to the last guy is the lawyer. The rest of them are all doctors.
Our first witness is Dr. Peter McCulloch. Dr. McCulloch is an internist, cardiologist, and epidemiologist from Dallas, Texas. He is broadly published with over 700 citations in the National Library of Medicine. He has testified multiple times in the U.S. Senate, U.S. House of Representatives, European.
This doctor right here that's about to speak was the most renowned cardiologist in the world before COVID. Everybody relied on this man's expertise all over the world. But then when he said what he said about the vaccines and how they were damaging the heart so bad, then all of a sudden he was censored. He's a quack. He's crazy, this, that. And I'm like, now see, this is not going to work for him, because clearly he was the most renowned person in the world. And he's telling us there's a problem. And now you don't want us to believe him. Why? And that's what made me really look at these people. This particular doctor also has an online medical care thing, because he quit some of his positions and stuff like that and went into private practice. So he'll explain, but like he has an online place where they help treat people that are vaccine injured. He has some protocols that are well researched and respected that work to help remove spike proteins out the body and stuff like that. So you have to look at it. I think it's called the Wellness Company or something like that.
In Parliament and many state capitals concerning public health policy. Dr. McCulloch.
Chairman.
They took this man through it. I commend, it almost makes me want to cry what these men have been through. I commend these people that's sitting up here, because they risk everything, their careers, their lives, everything. Some reporters and doctors are dead right now because they were killed or whatever, sent to be censored and stuff. These people right here, I commend them that they stuck in this relentlessly trying to warn the public. God bless these people here.
Johnson, ranking member, Blumenthal, subcommittee members, it's an honor to present my insights, my analysis, my clinical experience on this very important topic. The first time I testified at Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs, before a word came out of my mouth, Minority Senator Gary Peters said, what America was about to hear was misinformation. I didn't even know what he was talking about. I had never heard that term before in academic medicine.
They want to tell the most renowned cardiologist in the world that what he's reporting to them about what he's seeing in his patients when he treats hundreds of patients, and he's been doing this for decades, and he's put out more studies than anybody, that he's wrong in what he's saying about this experimental medical product. This is crazy to me. And a lot of people don't even know who this man is. You understand? People that were resisting, they all know who he is, because he was one of the biggest voices in, speaking out against these shots and trying to warn people about the heart complications.
Important deliberations. That's November 19th, 2020. What was he doing? He was using an old communist propaganda technique.
Mm-hmm.
He was attempting to gain leverage over me before a word ever came out of my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
We should never have our public servants ever try to gain leverage over anyone who is coming to Washington to help the nation on an important issue.
Yep.
As introduced, I'm an internist, I'm a cardiologist. I believe I'm the most published individual who's ever testified on matters related to COVID-19 in any of these hearings.
Yep.
I've seen and examined more patients. I've examined more data, and I'm one of the most published people.
And the funny thing about these pharmaceutical doctors, Fauci and all them, they don't even see patients. They're not even people that are qualified to even tell us if something works or not.
People on the topic in the world. And as a cardiologist, I can tell you, my role in this was to fight disease, preserve life, and above all, do no harm. Do no harm. Now, the topic today is myocarditis or heart damage from the COVID-19 vaccines. I'm a cardiologist. I know the topic well. I've examined thousands of patients with this problem. Thousands. Before the pandemic, I had 2 patients ever with this problem. There's 1,065 papers in the peer-reviewed literature on COVID vaccine myocarditis. So let me summarize them for you. The first one that came on my radar screen that was alarming came from Washington University in St. Louis, August 18th of 2021. The first author is Verma and colleagues, New England Journal of Medicine. 42-year-old man comes into Washington University Hospital with vaccine myocarditis. The infection is ruled out. It's the vaccine. He's in the hospital. This is one of our best hospitals in the United States. He dies 3 days after taking Moderna. They can't save him in the hospital.
Say, Dr. McCulloch, move the microphone.
They claim that Moderna is the most dangerous one. They're all terrible, but they said that's the one that really had everybody effed up.
Just a little bit away from you.
Then one was reported from Korea by Choi and colleagues. This is now a younger man. Just a few days after Pfizer, he comes in the hospital. He dies within 8 hours of being in the hospital. I can tell you, I'm a cardiologist. That doesn't even happen with heart attacks. He dies within 8 hours. I examined all of the slides and the images that the Koreans had showed us. It looked like somebody took a blowtorch to that heart. It was so completely fried with inflammation. His heart was destroyed. These cases, which were widely known at the time, should have gotten everyone's attention. Everyone should have been laser focused on this. We should never have someone die after taking a vaccine that's directly caused to the vaccine. Then Gill and colleagues, Connecticut, published in Archives of Pathology, 2 boys, aged 16 and 17, who die a few days after taking Pfizer. These are teenagers. They're found dead at home by their parents. They're absolutely horrified. They request an autopsy. They call in University of Michigan and University of Minnesota to look over what are they finding at autopsy. Conclusion, it's Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine myocarditis, unequivocal. These are autopsy confirmed cases. So for all—
So then, this is the point. They see all these safety issues and never one time do they try to look at this. They don't try to call in any of the experts to try to figure out what's going on. This should have been off of the market years ago.
The mothers in the room, how would they feel if they found their children dead after taking a COVID-19 vaccine? This is in the peer-reviewed literature. This is not misinformation. Everyone should be paying attention to this. This is not conjecture. This is in the peer-reviewed literature. So we started to ask ourselves, what is going on? Turns out that Pfizer and Moderna and Janssen are the genetic code for the spike protein. The spike protein is the damaging part of the virus. The spike protein is—
And here's another little fun fact, that the spike protein that they used was from HIV. So now they have something called VAIDS, vaccine-induced immune deficiency syndrome. These people are devils. They are devils. They need to— I don't even know what you do with this situation. I really don't know. But I just feel like people, as long as people are having cognitive dissonance about this, and as long as people don't want to accept the truth of what these people have done, they're going to get away with it. And they're going to do it to you again.
Is loaded into the body, and it causes tremendous damage in some. Acute myocarditis appears to have some genetic predilection, and all of the vials of the vaccine are not the same. But I can tell you, I'm concerned that until the vaccines are stopped—
And another thing, I forget which vaccine company that it was. It might have been Pfizer. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. But what they did was the vaccine formula that they got approved for, when they put it to market, wasn't the same formula. These pharmaceutical companies are doing way too much, and it needs to stop.
There will be cases of acute myocarditis. And to finish, we've had 216 vaccine deaths this year alone. So if the vaccine campaign continues, we have to look at what are we getting out of it now, 4.5 years of the campaign, and how many more people will die. I'm Dr. Peter McCullough. Thank you for listening.